So I just finished the Beast Game Season 2 finale, and I can't believe my prediction was wrong. I still can't believe that Nick picked Brett over Monica, and it completely changed the trajectory of the finale. So when she got voted off, Monica actually revealed that she sold the coin for $500,000. And it was weird to me that August was then saying like, you would have made it to the top six, have you been honest about it? But in my mind, I'm thinking, but never, like, the coin was never really a consideration when people were trying to vote for each other. So I don't know how her being honest about it would made would make a difference. In fact, I feel like it may not be in her favor because then people would think, oh, she has the money already, we can just vote her off. So I'm not sure why August said that, but whatever. um, and I personally feel it might have been more interesting if Monica, well, I guess another lie from Monica, if she lied again saying that, well, you guys lost the chance for an extra 10 million. like, like her not revealing might be interesting to see how like the thoughts of the people remaining, and and I find and basically the end of this mission is exactly why Nick really made the worst play ever. Like he really should have went all or nothing at the burial challenge because in the end you will never pretty much make it to the end anymore when you like screw everyone like that. So the you should have just thought of maximizing your money at that point. So he ended up instead of getting 1 million out, he ended up with way less. So aside from the initial setting when they arrived in Abu Dhabi and like using like the Lamborghini and stuff to drive around, there was really nothing. They really didn't do anything about the location. Like they could have had pretty much the rest of the season in the US or anywhere else and nothing would have changed. So I felt like it was a missed opportunity that they didn't leverage aspects of Abu Dhabi as part of the remaining challenges. So I felt bad for Hannah because it was very clear even like early on that she didn't really have much alliance other than like KD and some of the women like Monica. So it was kind of clear that that she wouldn't like make it that far without like that. It was pretty clear that the only way she can make it like till to the end if the challenges didn't require help from other people, and because it was and since most of the games have been like social based challenges as well, it was clear that she would never survive. Like everyone ganged up on her, and obviously, like when Brett had the pick on who to eliminate, it was kind of obvious that it would be her, and that's too bad for her, especially since like she gave up all her money for that. And I think that's some of the problems with the games, especially this season. Like they kept saying that oh, it's gonna be smart versus strength, but you can see that it's clearly biased towards strength. Like there was not too much smart aspects about it. Like sure, there's memorization, but like you don't need a lot of smarts for memorization. You just need good memory. Like even Brett was able to like win the challenge despite, of course, he had some help as well. But like yeah, like I felt like there's a huge unfair advantage towards like the smart people, and also it was also kind of clear, especially towards the end, that it became like women versus men, and then since majority of the remaining people are men, they would kind of gang up on the remaining women. So that's also pretty much how it played out. So I kind of wish there would be like a better way to handle that kind of situation in future games. One thing I did love is I felt like there was more human element to this season. For example, even though they wasted a lot of time showing the contestants with their family, I felt like them having more time change how they would play the game afterwards. And it was also nice to see how it affected their decision making and stuff like that. And for example, in the when when they made it to top four, I actually love the fact that they showed again videos of their past selves talking to their future selves about like about what their plans are, like remember what you're doing this for and stuff like that to bring back that human element before moving forward to the tough decision of like playing the game and like getting cutthroat again against other people and stuff like that. And then came the massive bribe. Like personally, I would have taken the 1 million. I kind of expected that it would hit 1 million, so it was really only a matter of time on like who would take it. And honestly, like given that option, I would rather it be guaranteed 1 million than a shot for 5 million because like at that point, like I'm set. I don't need an extra 4 million. um, and good for Brett for taking it. I honestly felt initially that Cory would take it because I felt like he didn't have much money banked and he had more. It felt like he had more to lose on the line. Like he needed the money more. So I felt like he would logically think that 1 million is already good enough to take home. So I was surprised that Brett took it, and good for him. In the top two, I was kind of rooting for Cory because I did enjoy his like personality more throughout the game. Felt he showed integrity, and I like that he kind of didn't have like clear alliances because like Tyler was pretty much in alliance with Nick's group the entire time, and Cory and Brett were kind of like always the one that was kind of neutral. So I'm always rooting for the ones that kind of have a tougher time making it through, which is Cory at that point because he was more of the odd person out. But I mean, I'm still like glad Tyler won. Like he played a great game. He was also like very good, very honest, and had strong integrity. So kudos to them both. I love how like they both were pretty much happy with each other. Like there was no like bad blood between them and stuff like that. So it was great to see how everything unfolded. So let me know, would you pick the 1 million bribe or would you give that up for a chance for the 5 million? Because I feel like that is really like a huge dilemma for people to decide. It's a lot of money. So I already shared my thoughts. Like I would be getting the 1 million, but let me know your thoughts. And I'm also I have been analyzing the Traitors US. I finished the UK as well. So if you enjoy the Traitors as well, be sure to check out my Traitors US videos. If not, I will see you on the next Beast Game season.